All right, guys, so this is not a Node.js course. However, I do want you to be familiar with it. We already talked about what Node.js is. We installed it and we looked at a bunch of NPM packages. We looked at how to use common JS modules. So you already know the absolute basics. Now, in this section, I want to introduce you to some of the built-in Node.js modules, and we won't be covering all of them. I haven't even used all of them, but we're going to cover the ones that are really common that you'll probably run into at some point. So these are the modules we'll be covering. The FS module, which allows us to work with the file system, meaning we can do things like read files, create files and folders, move files around, delete files, and so on. The path module, which gives us a bunch of helpers to deal with file paths. This is especially helpful because file paths can look different depending on which operating system is being used. The OS module has a bunch of methods and properties that have to do with the platform or the operating system. The URL module gives us some helpers for parsing and formatting URLs. The query string module, helpers for working with query strings. From URLs, we're actually going to look at the URL and the query string modules together. And then we have the HTTP module, which allows us to handle requests and response. So we can basically create a very simple web server with this module. If you're going to create an actual API, then I would definitely suggest using a framework like Express, which we're going to look at in the next section. But these are the ones we're going to look at. And I know we're moving pretty quickly, but I wanted this course to basically be like a JavaScript boot camp, and I want to give you as much information as possible. So if you feel like you're not ready for Node.js, that's absolutely fine. You can take this course any way that you'd like. So just keep that in mind. You know, if you feel like you're not ready for this and you still need to study JavaScript fundamentals, then do that. You know, come back to this section later when you're ready. But for those of you that do want to move on, we're going to look at the FS module in the next video.